All right, it's round 2, guys, and this time we're in Tampa to hang out with Martin from RS Enthalpy. We're saying we're just gonna hang out. That way, if we do get to tune the car, it's just kind of like icing on the cake. I'm also accompanied by Mr. Big Boost this time.
All right, let's get this thing going, man.
Are you gonna be my good luck charm or my bad luck charm?
The good luck charm, so that means we're gonna turn up the boost today.
Okay, so you heard it here first, guys. We are going with the Skyline to Z Fever Dyno to tune with Martin from RS Enthalpy on my Ecu Master ECU to make power and sounds. I have to pee again. Martin was kind enough to bring us some Cuban coffee. Very great way to start the morning. So, since we have the NOx sensor wired up now, and since we have the flex fuel sensor as well as 93 and 85, it's gonna be a bit of a process. As far as I understand, basically has to tune it and make it knock so then you can tell the computer what knock is. That way you can set up the Ecu Master ECU to change parameters and stuff when the car does start knocking to keep it safe. So we're gonna have to do that. He's gonna have to tune it on 93, which is probably when he'll make it knock, and then on E85, and then it'll basically switch between the maps based on the ethanol content. I wonder if these wheels are gonna rev. I guess he's just having a hard time with boost controller right now, so he's trying to invert it. But the car is making 20 PSI at 3,800 RPM and hitting fuel cut, so that's why it was doing what it was doing. There's a problem that wasn't letting the car rev all the way, but he figured it out.
Hashtag no filter, that's what it makes it.
The ECU was doing something funny, so we called up our Canadian friend. Well, I guess he's not Canadian, but Daniel from Post Haste Performance, and he got it so it can rev out now.
That sounds good.
Not a terrible start for pump gas. The cast was making a weird noise, and apparently we didn't have a special gasket that needs to go in there to space it out, so we're adding washers behind it that should hopefully get rid of the issue. One of the really cool things about the fact that we have an RB25 instead of the 26 is that we have VTC. This is a great indication of working VTC versus not working VTC down here. So if we had a 26, we'd be making about 100 horsepower lower at what, 4,000 RPM?
Yeah, about 4,000 RPM. You can see the difference when the VTC kicks on and off. 121 versus 177 at 3,800 RPM. It helps the turbo come in a lot faster.
That's crazy. So what are we at, 380 on pump gas?
380 on pump gas.
How much boost?
About 18, 19 PSI.
Cool. Basically, it'll change percentage-wise to this map if someone were to put 93 in it. So this is like the safety zone.
Right, this is our base map, which we're gonna start with when we go and blend the E85 in a moment.
Just gonna drain the rest of the 93 so we can put this thing on the 85 now. Almost 500. Broke 500. Look at that. Broke 500 on the torque.
A real typical indicator of whether or not a turbo is out of its efficiency range is if you raise the boost and in the lower RPMs where it still can make more pressure and PSI, it shows a gain like you see between here and here. But then in the upper RPMs where horsepower takes over, right, it pretty much touches the same lines as the previous boost level. You pretty much have maxed out the turbo 100%. So
cool. I mean, that's pretty good for a 3071 with a 6.3 AR to make 550 wheel.
Excellent numbers at this kind of temperature outside today.
Yeah, what is it? Probably like 95 degrees out.
95 outside, and we can
probably like 100% humidity.
Yeah, you can actually do the conditions in here. It's 100.71. The humidity is incorrect on this, but it's 100 degrees in here currently.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, we made some good numbers.
We'll come back on a day when it's like 70 out and probably make an extra 50 horsepower.
Probably get you in the upper 500s, yeah.
That's crazy. just put water on the dyno and not to be cool and make it spin. What's the reasoning?
The reason is when you're drifting, you're not loading up the motor as hard as you are under full traction. This is not an eddy current brake dyno or a hub dyno, so we can't apply load to it. So an easy way of simulating what happens in a drift car is to make the wheels spin. And when we slick the wheels up and we get wheel slip in the back here, it kind of lets me monitor and make sure that all the load cells that I've tuned today match up with what he's going to be seeing when he's on the track. So that's kind of the main reason why we're doing what we're doing with it.
Take this thing for the first drive. Alberto's way too scared to go with me. When Martin said it was going to spin in 4th gear, he was like, no thank you. Do you think you can handle it?
I got this.
Okay. I'm a little nervous, but I'm very excited. Alright, you know some good roads?
We're gonna go to air cargo.
Okay. Right? These fuel pumps are so loud. It'll get quieter with the seat off.
Absolutely.
I see, just kind of like that.
Alright.
Tell me where to go?
Yes, we are going to go.
Fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Sounds amazing.
I can't tell if it's breaking up or losing traction.
It's losing traction.
Everything goes flying. Better.
Much better.
Just gotta get used to shifting bigger.
This is what getting used to a right-hand drive car looks like. I usually take a right here because you can see the traffic over there.
You know what's funny? I think it might be like the same amount of lag as like my SR.
Really?
Like it's really responsive, but I mean, it makes sense because the SR has like a longer stroke or whatever.
It does.
Like it doesn't really feel that much like a bigger engine other than the higher horsepower number, you know?
Yes.
The sound though, the SR's got nothing on the sound.
Absolutely not.
The king of the streets wants to show me how it's actually done since I was driving like a little girl. And it's worth noting that he's gonna do it in sandals. I love Martin. I didn't have the confidence to dump the clutch. Because it's a new car, I've never driven it. You just made me look like such a little girl. I'm like rolling it up. I have more fun getting rides in my own car. Thank you.
All right, man.
So much. Much appreciated. It's time to load this bad boy up and then go scare Nicole at home. That's a good day. On the brakes, the whole top tray went flying forward with the speakers and all.
One horsepower is life.
Oh my gosh. Probably one of my most exciting things of this whole thing is getting to give Nicole a ride in it. Hey, just be careful. There's like a ton of wire and random stuff on the ground.
I don't want you to hold the camera up to film my reaction.
I'm too excited to set up a GoPro.
It's just gonna be shaky. Okay.
I gotta get better at shifting. So I realize the fact that I don't have a blow-off valve is why the turbo stalls out and like it's laggy between gears and I don't shift fast enough.
Sorry, I wasn't filming you. I didn't know it was happening there. I thought you were gonna wait for the main road. That's a fast car. Ah! Stop! It's such And the car just makes these weird sounds.
I can't think of a better way to end this video than thanking you guys massively for following this build. To see it all come together like this and to finally hop on the dyno, make power, and have fun and drive it around is very, very just like amazing feeling. If you guys are even remotely as stoked as I am, I would greatly appreciate a thumbs up. This is probably one of the coolest videos of this entire build so far, and it would be rad to have it exposed to more people. I have to give a massive thank you to Mara at Central for spending so much time with me, getting this thing in order, getting the Ecu Master all dialed in, Z Fever for letting us use their dyno, and of course Daniel from Post Haste Performance, Ecu Master for helping us work out the little quirks and things that we couldn't figure out. And of course the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Big Boost, for putting in so much time with me on this thing and getting it to the point that it is right now. And the thing is, this is only the beginning. We've I guess you can say we've got the powertrain pretty much worked out at this point. Now the drivetrain needs to be upgraded just a little bit, and then we can start focusing on the suspension stuff, the angle, the interior just a hair, and then we can make it look cool. So that's what you have in store. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, please press subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated, and I will see you guys tomorrow.